In a world where clean and accessible drinking water is a basic necessity, do you know that there's a multi-billion-dollar industry that thrives on exploiting this vital need to deceive people and rake in big bucks? Behind those shiny bottled water brands promising pure refreshment, there lies a hidden truth that's far from transparent. In this eye-opening video, we'll uncover the shocking secrets that the bottled water giants don't want you to know. From deceptive ads to water source exploitation, we'll unravel the bitter truth about the bottled water you've been guzzling down for years. But before we get started with these dark secrets, we'll have to take a trip down memory lane to truly understand how it all started. The idea of bottled water can be traced back to ancient civilizations, where people recognized the value of clean and safe drinking water. The earliest records of bottled water date back to around 2000 BC in ancient Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq, where clay vessels were used to store water. The ancient Egyptians and Greeks also bottled water for consumption, with containers made from materials like terracotta, animal skins, and glass. However, during the 17th and 18th centuries, the popularity of mineral springs and natural springs surged across Europe. These springs were believed to have medicinal and therapeutic properties, and their water would be stocked in pharmacies, attracting visitors who sought their health benefits. Water collected from these springs were transported in glass bottles or wooden barrels, creating the foundation for modern bottled water. In addition, the Holywell bottling plant in the United Kingdom was known as the world's first water bottling plant, established in 1622. But the true commercialization of bottled water began in the late 18th century in America, and the first large-scale bottling operation was established in 1767 in the town of Jackson Spa, Boston. That same year, carbonated water was invented by Joseph Priestley. In 1809, the first U.S. patent for a carbonated water bottling machine was granted to Joseph Hawkins. This invention revolutionized production methods, allowing for greater efficiency and accessibility. Bottled water gained popularity in Europe and the United States during this period, as urbanization led to the concerns about the quality and safety of public water supplies. Until the mid-20th century, glass was the primary material for bottled water. However, the development of polyethylene terephthalate (PET) plastic bottles in the 1960s transformed the industry. The glass bottles were eventually replaced with PET bottles, which were preferred for being lightweight, unbreakable, and cost-effective. This innovation opened the door to mass production and distribution, making bottled water more accessible to a wider audience. The late 20th century saw an exponential increase in bottled water consumption worldwide. In the 1970s, companies like Perrier popularized the idea of bottled water as a status symbol and a healthier alternative to sugary drinks. As concerns about tap water quality, convenience, and portability grew, bottled water consumption soared. Today, the global bottled water industry is a multi-billion-dollar market with a wide range of brands, flavors, and packaging options available. The consumption of bottled water currently grows by approximately 10% each year in the United States, and China leading the pack. While some of us are fortunate to enjoy the privilege of free tap water, the majority of us shell out a staggering $100 billion annually on bottled water to quench our thirst. In some cases, bottled water costs a mind-boggling 300 times more than tap water. With such a hefty price tag, you would assume that purchasing bottled water is a worthwhile investment. However, in most cases, the assumption could be completely incorrect because the bottled water industry is a big scam. This obsession with monetizing bottled water has reached an all-time high. From water in a box, which sometimes tastes downright bizarre, box water, to a $700 million startup called Liquid Death that's putting water in a can. There's no limit to what angles to take when selling water. The craziest part is that these boxed and canned water companies dare to claim that they are not environmentally harmful as those manufacturing bottled water. Honestly, that claim doesn't hold much water, pun intended. In fact, they're just as problematic when it comes to the climate crisis, even though they're marketing themselves as the solution to the bottled water issue that we have created. Disposing of these containers in a recyclable manner is completely dependent on your locality. But recycling lies are a whole other bag of worms we can't get into today. If we keep it real, it's safe to say that convenience plays a significant role in the bottle boom. When you're out and about, it's incredibly easy to grab a bottle of water from the nearest store. Sadly, functional water fountains seem to be a rarity these days, and marketers have successfully instilled a constant fear of dehydration within us, which keeps to further promote the addiction to bottled water. Additionally, people genuinely have valid concerns about the quality of water flowing from their faucets, and the beverage industry capitalizes on the notion that the water flowing from your faucet could be potentially harmful, which is all part of their marketing tactics to trick customers into buying more bottled water. The United States generally has strict water quality standards enforced by the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, to ensure safe drinking water for its citizens. As a result, many states have water treatment systems in place to provide clean and safe drinking water to their residents. While some states have exponentially clean water sources and well-maintained water treatment facilities, it can still be recommended to use water filters or other water treatment methods for various reasons. For example, even if the water meets regulatory standards, there might still be contaminants introduced through aging infrastructure, distribution networks, or plumbing within individual homes. Additionally, some people may have specific concerns or preferences regarding water taste, odor, or certain contaminants. In such cases, you may choose to use water filters or other water treatment systems to further improve the quality of your water. Despite the widespread popularity of certain brands, the bottled water industry hasn't been able to escape controversy, especially when it comes to questions about the purity of their water. Research suggests that nearly half of all bottled water on the market is derived from the very same tap water source that fills your glass at home. These big companies take ordinary tap water, put it through some additional processing like reverse osmosis, and market it as a premium product. It's a label game that even big players like Pepsi's Aquafina and Nestle's Pure Life had to confront. In fact, in 2007, they were compelled to change their labels to reflect that their products are derived from tap water. Nestle also had to fight lawsuits in California and Michigan for various reasons. First, Nestle boldly asserted its rights to California spring water, claiming historical precedents dating all the way back to 1865. However, a groundbreaking investigation conducted in 2017 revealed that Nestle is taking more than its allotted share. The report revealed that in the previous year alone, Nestle drew out a staggering 58 million gallons of water, while it only had a valid claim to 2.3 million gallons annually. The evidence spoke volumes as it challenged Nestle's claims and raised serious questions about its practices. Apart from Nestle paying a ridiculous low amount of $200 for a staggering 130 million gallons of Michigan water, a judge ordered Nestle to stop its operations in the state due to the ecological harm and disastrous depletion of water levels caused by Nestle's operations. Coca-Cola's Dasani has also encountered many issues, and in 2004, it was banned in Europe for being carcinogenic. Coca-Cola's Dasani has also encountered many issues, and in 2004, it was banned in Europe for being carcinogenic. It was revealed that Dasani contained an alarming concentration of bromate, ranging from 10 to 22 parts per billion per liter. This surpassed the legal limit set by the UK for both bottled and tap water, which stands at 10 ppb. Bromate is considered a potentially cancer-causing ingredient, and this made Dasani's presence on store shelves a cause for grave concern. And as the news broke worldwide, Coca-Cola had to desperately rectify the situation and was forced to recall a whopping 500,000 bottles of Dasani water from the market. This incident in 2004 was so damaging that experts now claim that it would be nearly impossible for Coca-Cola to revive Dasani's presence in the UK. Fiji water, that's renowned for its exotic branding and image of pristine purity, also came under fire back in 2006. The controversy began when they aired an advertisement that took a playful jab at Cleveland, proclaiming, "The label says Fiji because it's not bottled in Cleveland." Little did they know the storm it would unleash, as the insult did not go unnoticed by Cleveland's water department, and they swiftly devised a plan to set the record straight. Cleveland Water Department did this by conducting rigorous tests to compare Fiji water against their own tap water and several other popular bottled waters. In a stunning turn of events, the test revealed that Fiji water, despite its claims of unmatched purity, contained a troubling 6.3 micrograms of arsenic per liter, surpassing the levels found in other water brands. In contrast, the tap water flowing from Cleveland's faucets boasted an arsenic-free status, delivering a blow to Fiji Water's pristine image. Ouch! Another embarrassing case was in 2003 when Nestle faced a scandal involving Poland spring water. The lawsuit claimed that the company had falsely advertised its bottled water as spring water when it did not actually come from springs. Critics labeled Nestle's 100% natural spring water products a massive fraud against American consumers. In the end, Nestle settled the false advertising lawsuit by agreeing to pay $10 million to a charity. In addition to ethical concerns, many shocking facts have further highlighted the environmental impact of this industry. For instance, a study revealed that the plastic used in bottled water consumed by Americans in 2007 required the equivalent of 32 to 54 million barrels of oil. It equally takes 1.39 liters of water to produce 1 liter of bottled water, according to a recent study. And according to National Geographic, only 1 out of every 6 water bottles used by Americans ends up being recycled. These facts underscore the environmental consequences and waste associated with the bottled water industry. The way forward to combat the bottled water scam is to promote tap water as a safe and reliable option. Governments and local authorities should invest in water infrastructure to ensure clean and acceptable tap water for all. Installing water refilling stations in public spaces, workplaces, and educational institutions, and promoting the use of reusable water bottles can also provide a convenient and sustainable alternative to bottled water. Thankfully, many are in place in major airports and proactive municipalities. When we do this together, we can foster a future where clean, acceptable tap water is the norm, and the bottled water scam becomes minimal or a thing of the past.